Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? This is episode 16 of the It's Obvious Gaming podcast, and I, of course, am your host, Preston Pugh, and I'm joined alongside by my two best friends, Mr. Garrett Drake and Jacob Alka. How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
I'm just fine. It's good to see you guys as always. We got another new setup, like we said before, and I think probably our very first episode of this show will be ever evolving. Same thing with this YouTube channel will be ever evolving, and we're just trying to get a little more professional. As you can see, we also have 3 mics. I don't think we even talked about it during E3, but this podcast is a little more laid back, and we can talk about other things. But as you can see, we have 3 mics now, which is nice. We have a brand new table.
The standard from the beginning.
Yeah, definitely.
We did pretty good with our one. So.
Yeah.
I cannot express how much I love this new space we have.
It's definitely more
Our backs aren't like broken and stuff.
Yeah, we're not sitting in those uncomfortable stools. Like we were rolling with stuff when we first started with stuff we just like kind of scrounged together in my parents' house. So we've come a decent way since the begging, but it's good to see you guys as always, and I'm very glad to be here this evening. Yeah,
sounds good. And I haven't really talked to you guys much this week. How's it been? How's your E3 week been since I last saw you?
It's funny because I was thinking about this earlier, how I felt for some reason, this is going to sound so pathetic, and I don't mean this in the literal sense, but in a gaming sense, I kind of felt empty this weekend because we had this huge, epic week of announcements and reveals, and like everyone's super excited, like, oh my gosh, games.
Yeah.
And all those games are still coming, and I'm still pumped about it. We have Batman coming in like 2 days.
Oh yeah.
But then the weekend comes and like E3's over, and everyone just kind of goes home, and then like
it's like the day after Christmas.
It is.
You're just like. Oh,
it's like
man,
all
I have
that
to wait an
build up.
entire year. But you're like, well, at least I have this cool stuff to play with now.
Right.
But that's the thing. Like you don't get anything to play with after E3.
Yeah, but like
we did get a couple things instantly, and by I mean one. We got Fallout Shelter, which we'll talk about later. Gears of War beta, which I've also played, and I have things to say about that later as well.
Oh, good.
Sounds good.
I want to hear about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. But yeah, but why things we have? I don't go into E3 expecting to like get something there. It's just the thought of like looking forward to stuff. I like knowing that like things are around the corner. Life's pretty boring if you're just like, well, what's coming next?
I know. Yeah.
E3 was definitely exciting this year, and like it was much better than last year in my opinion. There's just so many great games.
I don't even remember what happened last year.
Yeah, I don't either.
Me neither. I have literally
remember
no clue.
Advanced Warfare. That was
probably
when I
won't
was
remember
still
this
into Call of
year
Duty.
either. I think it's because all the things you look forward to once they come out and you experience them, like yes, that you forget that they were like announced at E3 at one point.
That's why I kind of think that E3 this year was I thought it was a very solid year, but like there were no surprises that like blew anybody's mind or anything. It was just like things we knew that were coming, like Fallout 4, we knew that was coming. Doom, we knew that was coming. Uncharted, we knew that was coming. Halo, we knew that was coming. Like all the big games of the show Battlefront, we knew that game was coming. Like nothing massive was sprung on us besides a few games that were like really good pleasant surprises and stuff. But I feel like if they waited to unveil Fallout until now, or if they had just announced like Uncharted 4 with that gameplay or something like that, it just would have been like a bigger like holy crap moment. Which those moments are like why I think people love E3 so much. So
there were a couple holy crap moments though.
There were a few, not like brain busting ones, but
there was one that was pretty brain busting.
What?
This one that we've been speculating for a long time, but The Last Guardian.
Yeah, that's the thing that we've been speculating.
Yeah, right.
That's been speculating for years.
It finally is coming out though. Like it's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean it is a big deal. It's coming out now, but it's like everybody's expecting it to eventually show up.
Yeah.
So, and it just
I would call that more of like a sigh of relief rather than like a big surprise, because people knew at some point it was coming. This was more of a thing once it was everyone's like, oh, finally, awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you were saying, how there wasn't really any huge surprises. I feel like that's a testament to the world we live in nowadays, because you think about it with social media and like how the world's always connected. Twitter's like literally no one ever shuts up on Twitter about anything. It's like you almost always know what's coming. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like we knew when the world's gonna blow up. Someone's like, "Oh, I just deciphered this meteor's gonna hit us."
Like leaked.
Yeah, we're gonna blow up in 3 hours. Information just leaked. Everyone's like, "Well, that sucks." But I mean, it's kind of hard, especially in the entertainment industry, to kind of hide what's coming next. I mean, we know. Think about Marvel, for example. I mean, now this is their choice to reveal every movie they have coming out to almost 2020, but like we already know what's coming, so it's kind of like. Whenever the next movie trailer or like image is revealed, everyone's like, "Oh, that's cool," but it isn't nearly as cool as if it was like a big reveal or surprise.
I wish the movie and game industry would kind of take a page from Fallout's book and just start, announcing and releasing stuff when it's relatively, soon to coming out.
Seriously.
So I really hate
it's just hard to hide things.
It is, and I completely understand that, and I just wish it were that way. Like I'm super pumped that Fallout 4 was like recently, announced, even though it was speculated for years and years and years. But I'm very excited to see everything that we saw, and then just like boom, it's coming out in November. Right. That's just so exciting.
Yeah.
So I wish more games and movies would do that. But anywho, this is the It's Obvious Gaming Podcast, the show where my two best friends and I get together every single week to discuss video games. Obviously, of course. I think our first topic here is did E3 live up to your expectations?
What's funny? It lived up 100% to my expectations because, like we were just discussing, everything we knew it was coming was there. So yes, it did.
Yes.
Yes. Next question.
Yes, same here. Was it worse than you expected though, or did, like you just said, did it meet your expectation, or did it exceed your expectations? Did you want it?
I guess it kind of met. I mean, I wasn't expecting a whole lot after last year. I was really impressed from Microsoft and Sony. They both did a really, really good job this year.
Yeah. Two solid conferences.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting a whole lot, like I said. So. Yeah.
For me, it actually, like I said, it lived up to my expectations in the sense that, I expected to see demos for all the games live demos for all or not even just live, but like, even if they're like recorded demos, we got to see gameplay demos of all the games that I was expecting and wanted to see this year. Okay. So, in that sense, it lived up to my expectations.
I mean, you can always ask for more demos, but
yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
I think it lived up to my expectations. I think it slightly exceeded them too, with a few surprise games that like really kind of blew me away in terms of like Horizon came out of nowhere, and we knew Guerrilla was making an open world RPG game, but that game looked really, really cool, and it just came out of nowhere, and they're just like boom, gameplay, like sick looking gameplay, that's looking nice, which is very rare for a new IP to come out, and just show gameplay right away.
Definitely.
Ubisoft's really good at doing that.
I probably haven't been that impressed since Watch Dogs.
Yeah, so hopefully it doesn't end up like Watch Dogs.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't.
Which Ubisoft did that too, that new Ghost Recon game,
Wildlands. That's on my list we're discussing later.
Oh, really? Yeah, that game looks awesome.
It does.
And
it looks very cool.
It came out of nowhere, and it's not I hope we're kind of getting away from those like black screen, the logo fades in and then it like fades out and you're like, what the heck was that?
Yeah.
Like those trailers that literally do nothing. So at least these new trailers that are coming out, they're at least like actually showing off what the game is.
Yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed though in the amount of like actual live demos that went on this year. We were kind of recalling those. I think Halo had one. The HoloLens, is that what it's called? The HoloLens of Microsoft.
HoloLens.
Yeah, the thing that looks like Tron.
Yeah, it had the Minecraft one, which was impressive.
Gears had one.
Was that a live demo?
I believe
was the dude
so.
Playing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one?
The Gears 4 demo. Was he playing it?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so there's the Gears demo. There was Uncharted, No Man's Sky. I don't know. There were a few games though that like the Tomb Raider. I don't believe that was played by a dude. I believe that was just just recorded. A trailer and stuff. Yeah, which is fine if you show enough. But that's the one thing I was kind of disappointed in because I'm a big Tomb Raider fan and I was really looking forward to that. And they really didn't show any gameplay whatsoever for that. Just her climbing a cliff.
Yeah,
which was cool and all, but like, you come on, man. When Uncharted is gonna just be like showing something like epic and stuff, like don't just show you just climbing a freaking mountain or something. Show some combat, show some, show something we haven't seen from this series yet.
Right.
So like Uncharted did with them like driving the car down like all in that kind of open area and stuff like that. So
to be fair though, it kind of reminded me of Uncharted, like the sequence that they showed. Like it was like one of those heart pumping adrenaline rush your life's on the line kind of scenes in a game.
Yeah, I mean it was cool, but it was like, good, but it looks like there's not as much like user input as I would like. It just kind of looked like
you think about it in that,
which is cool. Like I'm gonna enjoy.
I mean, she wasn't
game,
just simply climbing a cliff.
I would have loved to see more actual
game some credit.
Actual like gameplay, if that's what I mean to say. Like shooting, stuff that looks like really you're controlling it for the most
Yeah,
part.
it didn't really seem like he was controlling it a whole lot. Just
Have
it
you
was
guys
much
heard,
more like you're pressing a button or something.
You guys heard the interview with Naughty Dog about that Uncharted demo? It was on, I think, Kind of Funny did the interview with GameSpot.
About the mess up with it?
Yeah, just like the demo in general.
Yeah,
What'd
that
they
was,
say?
that was so funny.
What'd they say?
Yeah,
They said that like he went up there and there was one controller at first, and then he was like picked it up, and when the demo started, like he wasn't moving, but the controller was on. He's like, "What's happening?" And obviously he's on stage in front of like thousands of people, and like millions are watching all over the world. And he's like, "Crap! Why is he not moving? Why is Drake not moving?" And then he like got down on the floor and like opened up this thing, and there's like all these wires, and there's like another controller, and he pulls it out, and he starts hitting buttons, and like
red wire.
Still nothing's happening. So he's like, I can't remember how they like reset it or whatever. And then like they connected the controller to the right console or something, and then finally when the demo started, he started moving. He was like, oh, he's like, it was game on from there. He's like, but I was terrified. And he said also that driving part is like so intense that and they said it's all physics based. So like at any point he could just like tip over and like spin out and kill himself. So he said it was just like absolutely nerve wracking like doing that demo.
I wonder how many times
he did a good job
though. Through that demo.
Oh yeah, I bet they play it hundreds of times before they go there.
Yeah, that game, he has like so much bad luck because in the first game played at PSX, he like fell off the cliff and like went flying down. So, which is awesome. I really enjoy that about that game because it shows it's like 100% real. It's not some pre-rendered crap. But I think it's safe to say that we enjoyed this year's E3.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very fun week, and it was a busy day, but exciting day for us.
Yeah. So, very busy. Very busy. We were very tired.
I think that's another reason why I felt so empty is because we went so hard on day one that the very next day I was just kind of like,
we didn't even. We woke up at like 12:45, and we're like, well, miss Nintendo. And apparently we didn't miss much because people were going nuts on Twitter about Nintendo. Even Nintendo was kind of like taken back, like dang. Like they commented on the new Metroid Federation Force or something that was shown on their Nintendo thing, how it's like a 3DS game, and people are like, where the heck's the console Metroid and stuff. And they're like, it's not coming to Wii U.
There's always been one, so
maybe on NX, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like not Microsoft. It seems like Nintendo's kind of just waiting until NX.
Yeah,
they're just kind of holding
They're
off
kind of
until
like
then.
stalling or something.
And no Zelda or anything besides the Triforce Heroes or something like that, which looks like okay. Like so I don't think we missed anything. Then we saw Square Enix, which we actually didn't do a video for because me and Garrett kind of just discussed between ourselves after it and just decided that we didn't really think it was worth doing a video over because they just showed a bunch of, like we were talking about, pre-rendered trailers and stuff for the games. Nothing exciting. They trolled us with Kingdom Hearts, which was
hilarious.
The only
exciting thing.
No, did you see it? You didn't watch it, did you?
I watched the trailer.
Did you see the mobile game trailer?
Yeah.
He was like, "Get prepared for this
game
you've been waiting for."
I'm
and then
gonna play
the
that.
Kingdom Hearts mobile game came on, and everybody was like, "What?"
It's actually gonna have a story arc, like to the next
up till
game.
3. But I just feel like Deus Ex looked really cool, which they really didn't show that much gameplay. They kind of just showed snippets of it, which is the only game I was really looking forward to in the Square Enix conference that they hadn't showed yet.
Going back to Nintendo, they also announced the new Star Fox game.
Yeah, which I've not heard very good things about.
Yeah, I was watching the trailer.
Looks like a GameCube game or something.
Does not look good.
Yeah, the motion controls aren't too hot either. So I don't know. Yeah, Nintendo really didn't stand out that much. The only thing I've heard like spectacular things about is the Mario Maker, which just looks incredible.
It does. We watched that Nintendo World Championship or whatever before E3 came on. It was just heart pumping. It was intense.
Heart pumping.
What were the guys?
What was the word I was looking for?
Dang,
I'm super out of it right now, but it was very exhilarating to watch, to say the least.
That game is definitely my most anticipated thing from Nintendo.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Besides Zelda, which I still can't believe they didn't show it, even though they said they weren't going to. I still had false hope that they would show something Zelda related.
Well, why'd they even have a conference to begin with? Like, it wasn't really a conference. Like, what do they call it?
No, they Nintendo direct things. I mean,
why did they even show anything?
I don't know. They just have them throughout the year and stuff, which I think having them throughout the year kind of like degrades the big events. Because
I don't understand why they can't just be like everyone else and just wait till this day to announce
Nintendo
everything.
just doesn't like to do anything like anybody else,
and they're paying for it.
Yeah. But anywho, take a swig of that.